Fuck it! Let's give the people what they came for!
Let's fucking go.
Get your spectral sock out, nerds. This gonna get good.
I have to say, I love that intro, even though it's probably going to get me in trouble. Probably why I'm demonetized all the time, because I kind of like to push the limits, and also they say I break the rules, but we're going to change that. So anyways, I just want to say welcome back. Welcome to Hump Day Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Let me know if you can hear me out there. I have changed the microphone a little bit, moved it around. How's everybody doing? First and foremost, let's just get this out the way, because I don't beg for nothing. If you want to support the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, share this out. This is what really helps us. Yes, I'm demonetized right now. I've got to get my 4,000 hours, watch hours back. But if you want to support the channel, Cash App is in the corner. If you need that change to the PayPal or Venmo, let me know. The QR code's up there in the corner. Also, it's going across the screen if you want to look it up there. Now that that's out of the way, let's just say I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. If you're here because the thumbnail. Why Asmongold got banned off Twitch. Also, if you don't know who Asmongold is, you're like living in space, even though we didn't go to space, or did we? Who knows? Will we ever know? Here's the thing I want to ask you. Do you know who Asmongold is? If you do, let me know. Especially if you watch this later, let me know in the comment section, guys, and how you feel about it. Now, this guy's made millions of dollars. He's very, very rich. He's one of the biggest social media influencers or just personalities on the platforms. He's on just about every platform, and every platform he's on, he is completely killing it. He's got millions of followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call them. Views are millions and millions. This guy is exactly why he put his name as gold. He's gold, man. This guy has been around. I don't believe he's monetized on YouTube. Why? Because he's like me. And I say that because we're real to ourselves. We speak what we speak, and we do not apologize for it. I do not believe he's monetized on a couple of platforms, because we have the nerve to actually speak our truth. And I think he got demonetized on YouTube because, well, just the way he speaks out and the topics that he goes on. Now, he got banned on Twitch, and we're going to dive into that. I'm not on Twitch. I am on Kick and Rumble and a few more platforms, but I'm not on Twitch. And why did he get kicked off or banned on Twitch? Well, because he had the nerve to say something, but it was not that bad. Why are we being so policed by the social media police? Truthfully, why are we being policed? We've got to a point again where it's cancelization. They're canceling people. Not as bad, but these social media platforms they're changing their TOSs. They are completely going out the way for silly words and for statements. Now, he did say a few things, but I do not take it out of the way he said it. Trust me, I'm going to show you this. And hopefully he won't hit us because he's not monetized. So hopefully we won't get copyrighted for it, because we're only going to show a few minutes of it, and then we're going to talk about it. So this is Asmongold. If you don't know who he is, guys, he's a powerhouse media person.
Got suspended on Twitch in the middle of my Crimson Desert playthrough. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. It's going to be an entire week. I mean, geez, guys, I'm going to have so much free time. Well, I guess I could start by making this video, right? So I got suspended last night on Twitch. I end my stream, and I come back from the gas station, and I get a message, and somebody says, why can't I chat in your stream? And I'm like, well, I don't know what happened. And I look, and I get a message, and it says that my account has been suspended for 7 days
because
of
really
hateful conduct.
Yeah.
So this is what I did. This is what I said.
This is what he said
that
right
I
here.
Give a fuck about the opinions of third worlders, and then particularly in the thing that they reference, I was referring to.
He reviews video.
Goat.
Now let's just say this is what he does. He does the same thing I do. He has he has the ability to speak his mind like I do. I don't give a crap. I seriously don't. I try not to cuss too much. Sometimes it comes out. He isn't monetized on YouTube, so he doesn't give a shit about cussing. So, but he had the nerve to speak out and review a news clip, and we're going to show it.
Herders from Afghanistan.
Again, the way this looks out.
Listen, this is what he said right
not
here.
A United States.
The opinions of third worlders don't matter. Like, I don't care what some illiterate goat herder thinks in Afghanistan. It doesn't matter.
In the context,
And that's what he said. Third worlders don't. He does not care about the opinion of some third world country people. Why should we? We're in America. We live in America. We love America. We could care less about some third world, people that are out there that has nothing to, and he's coming from the point of why should he care what they say? They have nothing to do with his life, his bills, the way he makes his money, blah, blah, blah. He's looking at his stance like I look at it. Like, I could care less what they think of us. All of us should be that way. Even like I'm the way like that towards people in my own household, more or less my own country. Trust me, I don't give a shit what people anywhere think of what we do and what I do. I don't. But he got kicked off of Twitch for this. I didn't think it was that bad. Like I said,
of those people believing AI-generated videos about Iran winning the war and nuking Israel off the map. Gentlemen, I would like to confirm that I am 100% right, and you don't either. And neither did...
See? So, why? So they kicked him off for a week, which ain't no really big, long period of time, in my opinion. 7 days off the platform, he can do that. Trust me, he's made millions. He makes on one platform over $30K a month. On the other platform, on Kick, I think he said he showed his monthly gross was like $300,000. Now you tell me, you think he's worried about being kicked off that platform that he's only made 30 grand a month on for a week? I wouldn't think so. But that's not the real question. That's not the real problem. The problem is, why are we being policed on these platforms to where we can't even give our opinion? Why do they mess with our ability to make money? Why are they demonetizing people? Why are they kicking people off, banning them for speaking free speech opinion? That's what I want to know. Yes, we have free speech, and also they'll say, oh, the TOS, the terms of service, blah, blah, blah. The terms of service, blah, blah, blah. That should not be anything to do with the TOS, in my opinion. It just shouldn't. That should not have anything to do with the TOS. He is reviewing a news clip and giving his opinion. Was it harsh? No. He just said what I just showed. He could care less what some third world people think about us and think about him. Who cares what goat herders think? That's what he said. I could care less about some third world people, goat herders, and that's what they do in Afghan. They're farmers and all. Why should we care what they think? They don't even know who we are. Yes, they know who America is, but they don't know who we are as people and what we do. Just because, like he said, they're seeing AI generated, videos and shit like that. I just think social media has took it too far. I think that, if you can't even review a news clip, even as someone that says, hey, I'm a independent media, I'm independent journalist, where does it end? Just like me, I review news and media and politics and entertainment and pop culture. Here's the thing. Why should I get in trouble for reviewing what, especially a major news outlet, is telling people? Because this is how we debunk their bullshit. We can debunk their stuff by, diving into the truth and exploring and showing different, clips and reviews of different news outlets of who's really telling the truth and who ain't. And like I said, is it that big of a deal that he got banned? I wouldn't think so. Not in his position. This guy's a multimillionaire. He's all over social media. He's got millions and millions and millions of followers. I just don't think it's about him. It's about what he said about why are we being policed? Why do they want to police the words that we say? Because that's not free speech. It's not. It's censorship. Exactly what it is. Okay, on YouTube right here, this guy, this is his channel. Okay, he's got 4.49 million subscribers. He's only got almost 7,000 videos. Can you imagine? I mean, he's been doing this for a long time, man. This guy is huge. He's got 1.5 million views already. Just did this video, 15-minute video 20 hours ago. The day before, he's over 500,000 views. I mean, if you just look, 600,000, 800, almost 900,000 views. I mean, just, you know, the guy is actually gold. I mean, he put the name suits him when he did this name. I'm telling you, he's got millions of subscribers and followers on Twitch and Kick and all these platforms. Millions. He makes tons of money, but I don't believe it's about him. They did not target it because it was him. If they were targeting him, I believe they would have completely, you know, canceled his whole channel. I really believe that. I don't believe it was about him personally. It was about the words he said, you know. But like I said, why are we going back to being policed so much? We're being policed. Every word we say is being run through a system. I guarantee it. Everything we say is being run through a computer system to see if we're saying certain words. And when we do, they're red flagging us. The algorithms, the bots is hitting us. And it's saying, oh, you know, this is a bad word. He said this word, or she said this word, or whatever it may be. You know, we are getting in trouble for it. We are being, like I said, we're being demonetized. We're being canceled. Why should these social media platforms police us the way they do? Why am I, you know, still unmonetized? They should have I worked hard for those hours. Why did they not give them back to me? Now I've got to work again and double down because I'm not in the algorithms. I've got to double down to get back in the algorithms and get my 4,000 watch hours back. Now, a lot of people is like, hey, that shouldn't take long. Some people don't realize it does take a little bit to do it. Because if you're going to do it by shorts, the short views don't count. It's only the numbers count. If you're going to try to get the short numbers to count, I think you have to have over 10 million views and not the hours. So if people watch your shorts, those hours doesn't matter. It's the views that matter on your shorts. But if you're doing videos and streams, you have to have 4,000 out, you know, so I have to get those back, and that's fine. I'll do it. I've done it many times, but here's the thing. Why should we have to double down and work twice as hard because we're reviewing some content? I'm not reviewing some other YouTuber's content. I don't do drama. I don't want to, because that just gives them, you know, fire to come back at me. And here's the thing. I was talking to someone earlier, and I was kind of suggesting things to her about her channel, and we were talking about the drama thing. And I was telling her, well, I don't do it personally because that just gives them ammunition to come back. And it's just drama. If you like drama, fine. You can review other channels and get into other people's stuff, or it depends on how you review their stuff and how you talk about them. You know, that's a big deal, and that's a big thing. But I just don't do it because I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy drama. I'm not in high school. I enjoy getting into entertainment, news, political, you know, stuff that I do. If you follow me, you know what I do. And eventually, as it's getting warmer, you will see motorcycle content, not constantly, but you will see some, you know, me out on the motorcycle, places I go, things like that. Because if you was around my big channel, my first channel, you would know what kind of content I put out as well. And I had a big following over there. A lot of people still there. It's just not mine. YouTube runs it. Why don't they give it back? You know, just because that channel got hacked, YouTube knows. I've told them. Why do they not give me and it's monetized. Why do they not give me my monetized channel back? Add it to my account here. That's all they would have to do is add my channel to this new account. but they refuse to do it. Why? Because I am willing to openly speak out. I'm willing to speak my opinion and my mind. Also, that's one of the reasons I got demonetized here. They said I need to make a happier and friendlier channel, which I think is bullshit, because I can watch other people's panels and there's people saying 10 times worse words than shit. You understand? Like they're cussing, they say like really foul stuff, sexual foul stuff. I do not really talk about. I don't find it proper to get on a live stream and talk about that stuff. It's just not what I do. But why are people like me being targeted? Why are people like Asmongold? Why is he being targeted? Because he said he could care less what some people in a third world country say. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Now these platforms they're so liberal and wokeism. You know, if you don't have a big following and you go over there and start a channel, or you know how hard it is to get a following, but it's so funny how all the woke, TikTards over there on TikTok, they can say and do what they want to your channel, but you can't fire back. Because as soon as a conservative speaks back or puts a video out, they strike it. Trust me, I had a big account on TikTok. I got 2 strikes. I was like, the first 4 videos, I've got 2 strikes. This is crazy. They've took down 1 video. I canceled that account. I just recently started another account over there, but I'm not putting effort into it. It's just there in case I need it, in case I need to review some TikTok stuff. So here's the thing. Like I said, why? Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you believe we should be policed on these social media apps? Now, I get it if it's foul and towards, sexual stuff and things like that. That should be automatically in the algorithm, should catch those things and put in and get rid of those. I'm not saying ban people unless they're breaking the TOS. I get it. I signed an agreement, but they've changed the agreements. Instead of giving me a warning and allowing me to change the things in my channel and my shorts that they said I were duplicating from my Instagram and stuff of my shorts, why didn't they just say, hey, here's a warning, you need to correct this, fix this. No, they didn't want to do that. I woke up on Christmas Day with an email saying you're demonetized. I had $1,400 in my account. I've never seen a dime of it. Nothing. They said you can reappeal it. I reappealed it. They denied me. Said now you have to wait 3 months before you can reappeal it. I waited 3 months. March the 25th, it said you can reappeal it after March the 25th. So I go into my YouTube studios. March 25th, 26th. Now it's saying your channel is still ineligible to be monetized. And I'm like, why? And I'm reading it and I'm looking. Well, now it's saying, and what it says is I have to get my 4,000 watch hours back, which is fine. I will do it. But what I'm saying is, why didn't they tell me that to start with? What, I could have just, because they said correct your issues, get rid of the shorts, and you can reappeal. So I did that. So instead of them sticking to their word, in my opinion, they didn't stick to their word, because they said just correct the issue and then you can refile for your monetization. Well, they didn't tell me I was going to have to get all my hours and all that stuff back. So it's kind of a thin line they run on, that they do it where it's legal for them to do it. And like I said, should he have got kicked off of Twitch for a week? I know it's just a week, nothing really major for him. He's a multimillionaire. Should he have got kicked off for reviewing media? I don't think so. In my opinion, I don't believe anyone should get kicked off for actually speaking out against or on the media. Yeah, exactly. What's up, buddy? You don't know about the TikTok anymore because Trump and his partners own it? Okay. Well, Trump doesn't own it. His friend has bought it and owned it. But I promise you, I can drop a video about Trump and I get struck or they take it down. It's still woke bullshit because they haven't changed the algorithms. He hasn't went in there and changed anything. Trust me. You may think that. People may think that, but it's not true. I can tell you right now, it's still the same. I promise you. It makes it hard. It's still hard for conservatives to grow on these platforms. It really is. But the good thing is we're consistent in what we do and what we believe in. And we don't change, we don't flip flop to different sides just because, or I don't anyways, because I see, oh, I could grow bigger and have a bigger platform if I was a woke nut and agreed with the left. You know, if I don't chase money, I don't chase views, I don't chase people. Something I don't do. I stick to my morals, my values, and my principles. And if they don't like it, then whatever. You know, they won't promote me. They won't put me in the algorithms, which is fine. Exactly why I don't, have to be on those platforms over there. I just started it in case, like I said, I wanted to review something over there. Instagram, I'm moving up pretty quickly, over 40K followers, millions of views. Facebook, I've got over 22,000 followers, millions of views. I'm working on X. I've got, 600 followers. I'm working on that, trying to get that up. It's a harder platform to get up. X has really actually started taking action against some people I know for certain things they're saying. And I'm like, wait a minute, you said this was free speech. You bought this platform to say it's free speech, but now I actually know, and I've seen proof of people's words in their comments being restricted and banned because they've actually spoke their truth, and not nothing crazy. It's just what they've spoke against certain people. And it's like, well, I thought this was a free speech platform. And just like Rumble, I'm on Rumble. I stream over there from time to time. I haven't went full force over there yet because they make the political scene, they've got it wrapped up pretty good and tight. Those big followers, they do not promote you like YouTube does. That is the one big difference between Rumble and YouTube. Rumble is a free speech platform. Yes, I can get on there and cuss, say what I want. You can cuss in the chats. You can do pretty close to anything but, corn and threaten and stuff like that, the normal stuff. But you can say whatever you want freely on Rumble. But the problem is they do not push your stuff. YouTube has kind of a little bit easier algorithm than Rumble. They actually, you can get your stuff promoted easier on YouTube than you can Rumble. That's the big difference. It's harder, in my opinion, to grow on Rumble than it is YouTube. And there is a lot of people on YouTube because YouTube's been around so long. But like I was saying, I don't believe that he should have been banned off of Twitch. I've never been on Twitch. I hear it's for like gamers, and stuff like that. And that's how I feel about Kick. I stream on Kick here and there. But I feel like it's more for gamers. I ain't really growed a following on Kick. I don't even know. I might have 2 or 5 followers. I'm not on there a lot. I really don't put a lot of time in there. And like I said, it's not that I wouldn't want to be successful over there. It's just, it's a lot. I see that platform as a lot of younger, streamers and gamers and stuff like that. And I'm not young. I'm 45. And I know Asmongold ain't 20 either, but still, he's such a big name and got such a big following wherever he goes because he's been around for years. And like I said, I don't think he's monetized on YouTube because he actually speaks freely. And they may never give me my monetization back here. And you know what? That's fine. I don't do this for money. I do this because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy coming out here and bringing you guys, entertainment or news, talk about the politics, the news, what's going on. I'm not doing it for a paycheck. Yes, if you want to support the channel, you're free to do that through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. I'm not demanding it. I'm not like some channels and saying, if you don't support the show, man, I'm going to quit. I'm going to turn my stream off, or you got 5 minutes to meet a goal and you got to reach the goal, or I'm going to quit. I don't do that. I like to do this for fun. But like I said before, when I first started streaming 6 years ago, you actually had to build a following and supporters. People had to actually either relate to you or enjoy your content enough that they were willing to super chat you, to help, to donate to you because they enjoyed your channel. They enjoyed your character, not this put on character, but they enjoyed your personality. They enjoyed who you were. They wanted to support you. Now there's so many damn channels out there. All they want to do is say, ha ha ha. Every other sentence is hit the cash out, man. Hit the cash out. They might have 200 subscribers, 50 subscribers, and they're sitting there demanding you to support the channel. First of all, in my opinion, you ain't earned that. You haven't earned people's money yet. So stop that, all you panel channels. Please, you YouTubers that are out there that's got 100 subscribers or under 10,000, in my opinion, stop demanding people to pay you money to see. YouTube's free, man. Trust me, when you start demanding money, they're going to go somewhere else. Especially, I don't watch a lot of channels, but I watch a few. And when someone starts demanding, supporting the channel, man, I turn that shit. You know why? Because YouTube's free. I mean, if you don't like it, ask for a refund. Exactly. So here's the thing. I can go to another stream if I'm bored and watch somebody that's not going to aggravate me to give them money. I get it. We all want to make money, and a lot of people are hustling. Some people are good at it. But in my opinion, if you're making people, or if you're, saying, giving them ultimatums to support the channel, or, you're going to end the stream, I know that's your business. That's fine. You want to run your channel the way you are? Sure, go ahead. I won't watch. But what I'm saying is, don't expect a lot of people to donate because you haven't earned that following. You haven't earned their money, in my opinion. So, like I said, people that support me, they know who they are. I get cash apps and Venmos all the time. They're loyal followers. And they've been with me for years. Even when my other channel got hit, they've come over here to this channel. So, and like I said, if you don't know who I was talking about with Asmongold, go over, check the guy's channel out. You guys know I do not ever promote anyone else's channel, but today I thought I would do a stream on Asmongold. See, you can't join his channel. You can't become a member. He's not monetized because he does speak his truth and his mind. And that's like me. I do the same thing. I don't give a shit. And like I said, do you believe he should have been policed bad enough to be, kicked off of Twitch? Even though it was just for a week, he still kicked off because of what he said, because he had the nerve to say he doesn't care what some third world country goat herders say about us or him or any of that. Why should we care about what some other people in a different country are thinking about us or saying about us? I don't care. I could give a shit. I don't give two craps. Trust me. I could care less what anyone says about me or this country, because we know what we do. Trump knows what he's doing. Trust me. He put a deadline down. Now look, he's had to push it back 2 weeks, the bombing. Why? Because he knows how to negotiate. He put a deadline down and now they come to the table. He knows how to get people to the table. And like he said, if it doesn't work out, shit, we'll still take them out, because Trump has the balls to do it. All these, like he said, he's not like these other presidents, these past presidents, and he's not. And that's what I like about Trump. He speaks his mind and his opinion, exactly what I like to do. I speak my mind and my opinion. If you don't like it, kick rocks. You don't have to be here. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to entertain you or give you information. Therefore, I hope you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you do. Also, everybody's got torches these days. Here's my torch, guys. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? That's a lighter. That you can light things, all kinds of cool shit, man. These little recharge, you can recharge it, no fluid, nothing. Charge it up. Light a campfire. See that? So, anyways, like I said, getting back on topic, I don't believe he should have been kicked off of Twitch for a week. I don't believe he should have, especially for what he said. I'm telling you, that was nothing. But how bad is the social media platforms? In my opinion, they're too policed. Now, are we going back into the cancel culture? Let me tell you something. If the Democrats win the midterms, we will definitely go. They've done said they're going to impeach Trump. As soon as, if they win the midterms, they're going to, that's the first thing they're doing is impeaching Trump, which is stupid because that's all they want to do is tie him up in court and all this shit. So he can't actually fix the country. I think he actually needs 4 more years. And then J.D. Vance needs to be president. And that's my opinion. Give Trump, because I truly believe that he could really do a lot more for this country if he had more time. I just hope J.D. Vance ain't going to be bought out if he wins, or Marco Rubio. They're not as rich as Trump, so I think money could talk for them, in my opinion. So I hope not, but that's just the way life goes. Sometimes you get bought out. Sometimes you make deals that you shouldn't make. Also, I believe the Republican won in Georgia last night or this morning. I think it was maybe yesterday, last night, for Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat. Thank God we didn't get another Looney Tune in there. We got, hopefully he says he supports Trump. Trump says he supports him too. So let's hope, I don't live in Georgia, but I have family there. So hopefully, we can keep that state red. And if we could wash the foulness out of Georgia would be great. And that's in Atlanta I'm talking about, we all know what that community is down there. Anyways, like I said, it's a shame that I have to watch my fucking words on here. I can say fuck and shit, but I can't say the fruitcake words, the rainbow cloud words, the L blah, 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 blah words. I can't speak. And yes, I do speak freely, but here's the thing. It's sad when I actually enjoy coming on here and entertaining you guys or bringing you content, and I have to watch certain words. Now, if I didn't care, I'm already demonetized. I don't want to get my channel shut down completely. I enjoy this. And that's the only reason I'm not saying certain words. Trust me, I don't care what people think about me. They don't pay my bills. They haven't lived my life. They haven't had 4 heart surgeries and a heart attack. I could go at any minute. Trust me, I really don't give a shit what people think about me. They haven't raised my children. They don't pay my fucking bills. But when it comes to here, I enjoy this. I enjoy doing that. This gives me pleasure to come on here and do this. So yes, I don't watch my words for them. I watch my words so I can enjoy this. There's a difference. Also, like I said, I don't believe he should have been kicked off. I don't think he should have been banned. It's not hurting his wallet, but for a week, that's a everyday video with millions of views. That's probably actually $10,000 or more that he's missing out on that week. So it is hurting him through financially, but not really. You understand? Because he's a multi-millionaire. He's got millions of dollars. He makes millions of dollars off of different platforms as well. So let's say if he just made $30K a month off that platform. So yeah, he's knocking out $7 to $10K out of his pocket for a week. So, that hurts a lot of people. It would hurt me if I was expecting 10,000 this week and wasn't getting it. So, but I'm not a multi-millionaire like he is. Maybe one day, who knows? And I'm talking about multi. This guy's multi. If he's making 300 something K a month, on another app for doing social media views, he's been doing this shit for years. Like I said, I don't believe it's hurting him that bad. What's 10K out of, 300K in a month? Seriously, that ain't shit for him. But anyways, we wanted to come on. We wanted to do this stream. I was going to cut it short and make it easy today. That way it could get views. I don't want to do a 2 or 3 hour live stream and change the topic or the subject. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about Asmongold being banned off of Twitch. And should he have got banned? Leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll come back and do a chill stream in a few minutes. Stay in your lane or crash the damn thing.